Good afternoon, sports fans from all around the globe. I am your host, Jeff Dawson, East Coast Sports Investors, and this is your closing bell for Thursday, April 14, 2022. What a day it's been. For us here at ECSI, I'm telling you, I don't know how some of these people do it, but that's for another show. 11 a.m., Dave Sharapan from Sportsbook Consig, from the Cash Consideration Show, from MLB Network, from Bostonian versus the Book, from Sports Matt Gribbs, from Sirius Radio. The list is endless. Graced us with his presence for about 1 hour, talking NBA, Celtics, Nets, MLB, Futures, Vegas, the draft, you name it, we had it there. And then at 2 o'clock, our weekly trip to the Windy City with Colton Soroka, talking MLB, talking Cubbies. Good. He handed out some picks there, some angles, some thoughts there. And one of his plays, we were following it on the show. He had the over 8 and over 8.5 in Oakland and Tampa Bay, and I just got caught up with some of the highlights. If you're playing unders and overs and you get gifted a 3-run in the park home run and you get that field goal to start the over, God bless you. Anyone with the under there was probably cringing. Top 8, Seattle 5, White Sox 1. Mr. Gilbert, if any of you guys have been following us throughout the preseason and the start of the season, know I brought back a lot of futures with Mr. Gilbert. One of them, I don't know, plus 200 to 1 to win the MLB wins. Good young arm. I really like him. I had Seattle first 5 on the desk. I got tied up. I did not send out an alert to the VIPs. It looked like it started to be a public trendy dog, but then they flipped him with a favorite. So it was kind of overnight. The White Sox were minus 120. This morning, it was a pick 'em, and then Seattle went to minus 114, 118. I did have them on the desk. It is what it is. Hopefully, they hold on and get the win there. Yesterday, the VIPs go 2-1. So everyone cringing after we lost the Astros. We come back with the Jays plus a half run, and we actually needed it to cash 3-3 tie there. And then the Brewers that Scotty also talked about, first 5 minus the hook against the Orioles. All you VIPs, the alert is out. We have 3 games going on today. One of them is first pitch at 5:14. So haven't talked to Scotty all day. He's been very, very busy in the Discord channel. So anyone, this is the last call. Okay, I'll talk about it tomorrow on the shows. And maybe what I'll do is we'll talk about it Saturday and Sunday, and that's it. Sunday at midnight. Anyone that wants to get on board on the Discord channel, Scotty has came on and done a lot of work back there to set this thing up. There's more channels than my direct TV, I swear. But with that said, we're looking for an active community, not someone just to get in and sit there and hide behind the weeds, get all our information, and then go run all over the Twitterville and tell the world this, that, and the other thing. That's not what it's there for. We are going to charge $10 a month starting on Monday. Okay, why the filter? Because we're trying to give back here. We're looking for people with the same goals, the same people that want to be educated, the same people that want to ask questions. Hey, Scott, why did you do this? Why didn't you do that? Hey, Jeff, do you got the weather coming in at the Fenway Park right now? Sure. We have all the answers. We want to give them back, but just ask the damn questions. I don't want to talk 24 hours a day. I don't have a voice as it is. All right. But if you ask the question, either I'll answer it, I'll ask Scott if he has the answer, or we'll try to find the answer for you. It's that simple. We're also offering a VIP text and delivery daily service with the Discord for $2 a day. It's $59.99 a month. You'll get charged every 30 days, whatever platform you decide to sign up with. And I will just say this very nicely, okay? If I'm not going to use the word afford, okay? Because I know every one of you people watching and listening can afford $2 a day, okay? That doesn't even get you a Venti dark roast at Starbucks anymore. That's up to $3 a day. It's, in life, we spend money where we want to spend money. If you want to go to Cumberland Farms and get a 99-cent coffee, then go do it. If you want to go to Starbucks and get a double latte twist with a twist of this and that and spend $7, and do it. Okay? Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone puts up their pants the same way. Okay? We're trying to build something special here. And as Scotty says this, I'm going to repeat it. No one does baseball like we do. Period. End of discussion. You can talk all you want about the other sports. It is what it is. No one does baseball like this. Without further ado, let's bring him in from the Palm Tree State himself, the one, the only, Mr. Scott E. Webb. Good afternoon, Scotty.
Jeff, how are you? Good to see you. Look, I got my Florida shirt on today, man. I'm all palm trees and shaking out in fun colors today. Look, I didn't even have a hat on.
Hey, it's about 55 out here. It's nice. Not the only time I got outside was to walk the dog, who decided to take the full lap. And ever try walking a 13-year-old puggle with arthritis? My 8-minute walk turned into a 38-minute walk. And then I got the mail. I've been up in the studio 24/7 today. Not that I'm minding it, but I'm just telling you guys, I can't even work on my suntan.
Dude, you need a little sleeper cot in there.
It's coming, trust me.
Hey, I'm all in. I got my little bobbleheads, and I got my little charts over here, and my windows over there, and I got a computer over on this side and two in front of me, and I got my TV over there. So look, I don't have to leave. I even got a refrigerator right over there, so I'm hydrated all day. Look, I understand how it goes. I don't have to leave. You know what I do need is I need a damn chair. I need somebody to get me a damn chair that I'm more comfortable in.
I go through these chairs now because of the pandemic. I probably went through 4 different chairs, and I always going to get one of those gaming chairs that they want $1 bazillion for. And I always get it into the cart, and then I says, you got to be soft. And I end up going to like Staples or something, spending a couple $100 and, get a year out of it and move on.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the same thing. I just need to I need to get a little more comfortable. I'm spending a lot of time on my butt.
Day baseball. I wasn't able to see anything. Obviously, Oakland won. Tampa Bay, your Rays do lose 6-3. I'm more interested. How did Gilbert look?
I haven't watched any of that game, but that doesn't mean that I won't be able to tell you how he's doing. Let me go over there and get the information that we need. So Gilbert, let's go see how he's doing. So I would say he's okay. I mean, I don't. So he threw 85 pitches today.
Please tell me he got through 5.
Yeah. He's gonna win the game. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run that wasn't an earned run, and he had 4 strikeouts. Okay. This is the game that's got 30-mile-an-hour winds in it, and according to our Discord guy who's watching it, we got pop-ups that go to one side of the field and then blow all the way over to the other side of the field, and they can't catch them. So it's like Clownsville out there. But It's interesting. Now here's the handicap on this game, Jeff. So the White Sox are running out of pitchers again, or I shouldn't say again already. They've got Giolito who's out, so they got to fill that slot. So they bring in Lambert. Now Lambert has pitched in the big leagues 2 years in a row. Now the 1 year he only pitched like 1 or 2 games in the end, and then the other time he pitched in the middle of the season, they thought he was going to be pretty good. He ain't no good. So he's the guy that they brought in to pitch this game against Gilbert, and as it started out, it was White Sox as the favorite, and then everybody goes, "Holy shit, who's this guy pitching?" So then by the morning time, and then as things kind of figured it out, they go, "Oh my God, this is happening now." Shame on me. I was looking at this game, but one of the things I knew is the White Sox bullpen's been taxed. So in my mind, this was a bullpen game. Because I didn't figure Gilbert was going to. I thought he would. Not Gilbert, Lambert. I thought he would go at least 4 or 5 innings. He only made it 3. So shame on me for not really thinking it through far enough to get the edge there that Lambert wasn't going to go that far. And the thing that really scared me about the White Sox was I got some reports that let me go over and look at their lineup. I got some reports that they had some banged up guys. And looking at the lineup today, they don't have Grandal in it, Harrison's not in it, and Jimenez is not in it. So there is no way you're going to get me to play the White Sox when they're missing Grandal and Jimenez. I mean, those 2 guys got to play. And I know that they're in a spot where Mancada's already out. So now that basically puts 3 or 4 guys that normally start on a bench. So now you've got Sheets playing. Now Sheets is not a bad player, but he's a good role player. And you got McGuire's the catcher, and you got Berger playing third base. Now it's not the same team. And then you got Lambert on the mound, and you got a poor bullpen today. So this is a slam dunk. And I missed it.
I was just going to ask you, just honestly, why you missed it. Was it something that you had in your head about Seattle? Was it the wind, or it was a pass?
The reason that I missed it, I think more than anything, to be honest, is I don't question what the White Sox do when the White Sox have their full lineup in there. So I wanted to wait and see what the lineup was going to look like this morning. And by the time you go and you get to the lineup and you figure out what's going to happen, the numbers have already flopped. So then the question becomes okay, the numbers have flopped. Where's the value? What's the value? Is it still a value to bet on Seattle? And I just let it pass. And I shouldn't have. This was the right side to go on. Seattle's got bases loaded in the 8th inning with 2 outs, so a base hit here blows it even open further. So the other thing that we can talk about is this New York Yankee Toronto series. These teams are pretty close. They're back and forth, and you can see Garrett Cole's not Garrett Cole that pitched for the Houston Astros anymore. He's just not that guy. Now that doesn't mean he's not a top-notch pitcher. He's just not the pitcher. So now today, Toronto wins the game yesterday. Vladimir Guerrero hits 3 home runs. Do I expect him to hit 3 home runs today? No, I do not. But Severino's on the mound today, and he's going to face Gausman. So where's the better pitcher? Well, the better pitcher is probably Gausman today. Now, having said that, I still look at this game and I think to myself, why are people just flooding the action on the Yankees? And I get it; it's the Yankees, and they're at home and all that stuff. And if pitchers that I'm rooting for Severino, man, and I'm rooting for him because baseball needs another strong arm, and he was one of those guys that another strong arm, and then all of a sudden, his arm fell off. So they put it back on, and now he's trying to get it worked out. And I'm hoping for the best for him. But this game is now, last time I saw, New York Yankees minus 133. And that's too high, guys. My number says Toronto minus 104. So this game has become the largest swing against Webby odds that there is. And I don't mind anybody going in and saying, hey, let's take a swing with Gausman in Toronto against Severino today, because that looks like a pretty good afternoon play that I did not put out anywhere. So my thought is Toronto would be a good spot here.
Well, might as well bring the board up for you. Again, we haven't talked this morning. We didn't have our usual breakfast bankroll to get a feel for where your eyes were. As I said earlier, the start of the show, the VIPs received 3 plays today. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts, your eyes are, and your plays are today to where I am.
Well, recap from yesterday, like you talked about, I was on Milwaukee in the first 5, won that one 2-0. Feel like I got a little, I shouldn't say little, that's not the right way to say it. I was on Houston in the first 5 too. And again, I am playing that stupid Arizona Diamondbacks team until they kill me. This is a play against them more than it was a play on Houston, in terms of that they don't hit. And it was 1-0. So for whatever reason, Houston didn't hit yesterday, and I'm sure it was because the pitcher for the other side did pretty damn good. So that game ended up with Arizona winning in 10 innings, I think it was the total in that game. But that said, they still only got 6 hits yet. So they got 6 hits in 10 innings. So that doesn't changes nothing in regards to me still playing against that team. I was going to tell you how bad it is for that team. I'm looking at total hits right now. The team with the most hits in Major League Baseball is the Cleveland Indians. They got 70 hits. The team with the lowest number of hits, Jeff, the Arizona Diamondbacks, they got 25 hits. 25 hits. And what's their record? Their record is Arizona. They are 2-6. They are 2-4. They played 6 games, have 25 hits. That means they're averaging less than 5 hits a game. That's terrible. These are Major League damn baseball players, and you can't get more than 5 hits a game. Oh, kiss my ass. I'm going to play against them every time until they get 10 hits in one game. Okay, so there's that one. But the other one that I played was Robbie Ray yesterday, plus 100. I thought it was an okay as a dog there against the White Sox. And started out fine. They hit a home run. They get ahead 1-0, and then he gave up a big inning where it was 4-1. And then White Sox or the Seattle battles back, makes it 4-3, and it was in the 7th inning or so. And I thought that Robbie Ray was pretty much done. He was over 80 pitches. He's in his 85, 86, 87 type number there, and I thought it was time for him to come out of the game. Anyway, Scott Service did not think it was time for him to come out of the game, and he gives back-to-back home runs, and that pretty much put the nail in the coffin as a loser. So I was 1-2 yesterday. It's our first losing day of the year, Jeff, and I was 1-2, and so far I'm 11 no, that's yesterday. I'm 12-7 plus 4.4 units. So today, looking at some of this stuff, I had a hard time to filter today. So I ended up playing 2 plays, and the 2 plays that I'm on, the first one that I'm on, I missed. I gotta start smacking myself in the head a little bit. I should have played it last night. So that I've done this already so far this season. When I put out Webby odds, sometimes it looks like I need to play on something right there that night, and I did that a couple of days ago. And last night was another one. Shohei Ohtani and the Angels were playing in Texas today against Dane Dunning, and last night I could have got that number at minus 126. And today, this morning, it was 136. And then when I went to start doing the write up on it, it went to 140. And now I think it's almost 150 or something. It's like 147 or something, that right? Somewhere in that neighborhood. So I released it this week. I'm not going to get off of that play. I like Ohtani today. I like the Angels today. And I'm going to talk about one scenario with you in a second. But the issue here is this is Texas. And Texas, as we saw when they played Toronto and so forth, they're not a bad baseball team in terms of that they have some offensive prowess. They just have no pitchers. And Dane Dunning is a guy that's pretty decent. He's just young. He hasn't figured it out yet. But it's not a good matchup for Texas. So I played this in the first 5 innings, minus a half run, plus 100. Now, I don't know what that looks like now, but that's what I played it when I released it earlier today. And then the other game, I went to Colorado today, Jeff, and I don't very often jump on the Colorado Rockies, but I thought today was a good day to do that. I get Kyle Freeland today, and he's only minus 112. Now, I saw him here before I got on the show. He's minus 116. Kyle Freeland at one time was 10-2 in 2018 at home. Now, he's been more 500-ish since that time, but he's proven that he can pitch in Colorado, and he's going to be facing the guy Justin Steele today. Justin Steele had a great outing his first time out, and I will tell you that it was his second best start he's ever made. So would I expect him to come out and make another second best start you ever made? Nope. I'm expecting him to come out, and I'm expecting him to regress to his normal means, which is under a game score 50. Game score 50, game score 51 is about average. He's going to be under that, and I'm expecting Colorado to do well today. There's a couple of things, other things supportive here that are into those two plays. Number one, I believe in what I call the carryover theory, and this is something that I do that I don't know anybody else does. And you run into teams like the Angels. So the Angels today are off of a home series, right? They just beat the Marlins at home, and it's a home series win. And now they're going to go out and play their first home series on the road. That first game is automatic 50% chance they're going to win the game. I don't care who, it doesn't matter. So that puts pretty good leverage there. And now you got Ohtani on the mound against the guy Dunning. It's much better, but it works opposite too. The Texas Rangers just finished a series. I forget what they played in their series. I got it written down somewhere, but they just finished a series where they didn't do so well. And now they come home, and a team that's off of a losing series on their first home game doesn't fare so well. So it's one of these spots where I think the Angels are in really good shape. The same thing really kind of applies to Colorado. Now, the other thing I want to bring up in the Colorado game is, guys, it's very important to pay attention to streaks. And I know the baseball just started, and these teams are streaking right now. Either on them or off them. And the streak starts at 3. So and I will tell you this, that teams will have shorter losing streaks than they do winning streaks, longer winning streaks than they do shorter losing streaks. So what that means is the Colorado Rockies have won 4 straight games. You want to ride a streak like that. You don't want to go get in front of that. And that's where we are today with Colorado against Chicago. And I like the idea that this is going to be the right side. I only had to pay 112. What is it? 112 for it. It's like 116 now. And then the other one is the Angels, and the Angels are on a streak. They've won 2, so it doesn't really get you to that 3 and beyond number. But they win today. They're at 3, and you don't want to get in step in front of that bus as you go forward. And they're playing Texas, and Texas has lost, I think, 4 in a row or something like that. Where it's Texas, they lost. Oh, they only lost 2. So you're riding some of these streaks, and I think it's important to get to a point where you're paying attention White Sox have won 4. The the Guardians have won 4. The Royals, for example, lost 3 straight games. Today it's possible they could win today, but we'll see what happens.
I told everyone numerous times, I'm going to tell you again, we haven't talked today. You do you, I do me. And if I told you we're on 2 of the same games, it's kind of crazy. For the Colorado game, an overnight number of 145. This was actually down to 112, as you said. Now 121 at Circa, 118 at Westgate. An under-over that opened at 11.5. Now 11.5 under. There are a couple spots where it is 11. We are full game in it ourselves there. So that was kind of comical that you came up with that one. Number one. Number two, looking at the board, Shohei, again, I'm not buying the steam. A couple things that I also brought up is I think this is the Angels' first road game and Texas's first home game. Texas's bats have been sneaky. They've they've competed against some tough teams. Shohei was lights out. First game, didn't get the win, obviously. We were going to try to tiptoe into the first 5, as you were talking about. And then we went into the 5-14 game. Now, again, I don't like dancing with the devil, okay? Listen, we talk about Adam Wainwright. We talk about how old he is and how he's become – he's a real smart pitcher. I mean, I have to say, last year he closed out lights out. We've talked about the St. Louis bats and how long they are and how they can put up runs. A Woodruff pitcher, Milwaukee coming home, who did not actually refresh my memory. No, they started in Chicago. So home opener for the Brewers. They got their pitching back the last 2 games against Baltimore. Their bats are still nowhere to be found. So thinking of the opening number of -150, B, the home opener, C, maybe Wainwright might be the pitcher that can actually get some batted balls in play. We were tiptoeing through the tulips in the first 5. Again, the numbers on Milwaukee first 5 and Angels first 5 money line are that tough number, 140, 142. There's even some 150s. So you have to go 2-0 to make money. Or if you split, you're going to lose 40 cents or 50 cents. So if you're kind of in no man's land where you take the half run, you get it at +100 and you pray. Yesterday we had the Jays +0.5 against the Yankees. Now 3-0, bottom of the 5th. I'm cursing that I didn't take the money line. Well, guess what happened? The Yankees scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th, but we still cash. So again, as the season progresses, you're going to get better feels. There's Adam Trigger of Wager Talk, I think he is, put out a nice write-up this morning talking about Chicago and Seattle, the edge with Gilbert, but he was more talking about how the White Sox back end was taxed, okay? And you talked about it as well. So we didn't talk at all today, yet you saw the same thing I did. We just did it in exact opposite ways.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of what we do. I do data analysis, come up with my own numbers, look at the value that way, and you come up with what you read out of the line and how the market's reacting. And it's like I said, I will tell anybody and put us up against anyone. Our baseball knowledge and the things that we do regarding baseball are second to none. I think that the years of experience we have in doing this is unbelievable, and I think that it really even carries over into football because, the theory when you go out to Vegas and you talk to the old school guys, they're going to sit there and I've heard this phrase used a million times by the wrong people, by the way, damn it. Where they sit there and they go, well, I bet numbers. I don't bet the guy's jersey on the back. Oh, bullshit. And you don't even know what that means. So guys like Jeff that comes along and tells you that they bet numbers. This is what bet numbers looks like, guys. That's what it looks like. What I do is don't bet numbers, but I let numbers be the guardrails that allow the data science to work. I know where not to step out of line because of what's going on in the market. I will tell you this. I'm one guy, and I do a lot of data research and all that stuff. You know how many people bet into the market? I don't know. What is it? 500,000, something like that. And when the market is dictating certain things, that means that there's a lot broader knowledge of things going on than one guy. So there's a lot of things that happen regarding what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, because the market is your guardrails. So you need to pay attention. And if you blend it properly, hopefully I'm teaching people that if you blend it properly, you can do both. And Jeff always keeps me in line up there going, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. That's a stupid. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't do any of that stuff. That's what's great about working with Jeff. Jeff and I work so good together because we respect what each other does extremely. And I think that we give the viewpoints and opinions. And if we're on the different sides, we still root for each other, sort of.
In the hockey, huge slate. Dave talked about this, and listen, anyone watching, listening that cares to watch and listen, I've been talking about, that 140, 143, 145, 150, that gets sticky. There was a nice big trend that's coming in, which is even stickier. So I'll call this the pizza and beer money special here. This is something where you don't want to go off the rails here. But first period over. New Jersey and Colorado. For New Jersey, this has been coming in like clockwork. Circa had it earlier this afternoon, minus 170, minus a goal and a half. So again, I'm not here preaching it. If you want to get creative and play some stuff with it, if you want to just throw some pizza and beer money on it, please do. But I'm not telling you to go and put 1, 2, 3, 4 units on anything minus 170. So that's what me and Dave were talking about in hockey. I'll just throw this out here. Listen, we got burned pretty good with Vegas the other night. Bad second period, rallied in the third, tied it, lost in OT. They're on life support. They are on life support. You can get them right now, plus 135, 140 at Westgate, South Point, Caesars. Again, a team on life support. Just because they have to win, obviously we know doesn't mean they will win. And Calgary's one of the harder teams out west. But just keep an eye on Vegas again. Beer and pizza, shits and giggles, however you want to keep an eye on that one. Other than that, nothing jumped off the pages. I think they're trying to bait you into Toronto today. They only opened up minus 165, got pushed to 185, some 175s in spots. I think Washington's sneaky there. Under over of 6.5 over. Minus 35 cents, a game that I think will come flying over. So keep an eye on that. So a busy day here. Just to be upfront, tomorrow is Good Friday. I have to, in the morning, tiptoe to stores to grab my daughter, Caitlin, and she'll be coming to the Cape for the weekend. So I'm not going to be available early in the morning, so there'll be no breakfast bankroll. The goal is to get back here in the afternoon and to provide. I guarantee you there'll be a closing bell. And if I'm back in time, I might sneak out a show in the afternoon for the midday market. But guys, we're putting out 2 and 3 shows a day. We got nothing but quality here, experts, people that eat, sleep, drink, poop this. And that's what we're here to do, is we're trying to provide as much education as possible. We have our eyes in the sky in Vegas, in Chicago, Scotty's in Tampa, I'm in Boston. Sooner we have guys in Dallas. I have guys in LA. We have the US cornered. Okay. So this is the team that you want to stick with, whether it's a free Discord up until Sunday at midnight, whether it's $10 a month, whether you want to join the VIP experience for $2 a day and get my plays sent to you via text and emailed, and the Discord channel and all these shows. It's up to you, but it's that time of day, Scotty. Are we ready?
We are good to go, brother.
All right, let's enjoy Webby's words of wisdom.
All right, guys. So today I decided to do something just a little bit different. I wanted to talk about trust because um, there's a dilemma here with trust, and the biggest dilemma is that trust is an awfully nice thing. I mean, we talk about trust, and you have two people, and you can trust each other explicitly, and if I give you $1 and you're supposed to give me $1 back, that's great. It works wonderfully. But then you introduce a third person, and then you're supposed to give everybody $1. But what if that other guy only gives you 50 cents? Well, that's when you start to feel taken advantage of, and that's kind of how the trust barriers get broken. So trust is all about doing the right thing the majority of the time, but there are times, and this is going to sound really silly, but there are times that making distrustful thoughts can become a rational behavior. And just like what I'm saying, when you're sitting there and you're the guy that gets the 50 cents, and the guy you gave the other guy $1, what are you going to do the next time you give him? Are you going to be the guy that says, I'm going to follow the rules, I'm supposed to give him $1? Or are you going to be the guy that says, oh, you know what, I'm going to give you 50 cents, you gave me 50 cents? Well, that's how it works, guys. So it works where, again, it's this is mirrored reciprocation. And we talked about some of this kind of stuff before, but this is a little different. So what leads to mistrust the most? It's miscommunication. And miscommunication doesn't even necessarily be because it was intentional. What if you were supposed to give that guy $1 and you went to go give the guy $1, but you tripped and fell, and your dollar fell out of your hand, and now you don't have $1 to give him? You didn't do it on purpose, but it's miscommunication because the other guy on the other side says, I gave you $1 and you gave me nothing. So the trust becomes an invaluable thing. And all I can tell you is that when you're trying to run a business, you're trying to run an organization, or you're trying to be a growing individual, you need to communicate clearly. You need to communicate honestly, and you need to be in a situation where you reciprocate what you receive. So that's why it's so significantly important that you go first. Because when you start all of this and you go first, you're going to build trust faster. And you're going to find out what kind of character you're dealing with on the other side. Because you cannot build trust with people that are not trustworthy. So that's kind of the goal here, is to figure out what you got and what you have going on. It's kind of an amazing thing when you think about it, that back in the day, people would tell you that they'd have a small circle of friends, and they're not very trusting of anybody but those small circle of friends. And in today's world, you go, more people are knowledgeable and talking about things they see on Twitter and the internet than they are about personal friends. So you've got to get to a point where you have that scenario set forth. So the evolution of trust via game theory is what it's called. Is you need the knowledge of possible future repeat interactions before trust can evolve. So you want trust to evolve, but you got to understand that you're going to have the possibility of repeat interactions with the person. You don't want to just have an interaction with them once. The second thing is that it needs to be a win-win scenario. You need to win. The person beside you that you're reciprocating with needs to win. If it does that, you're going to be able to build trust pretty quickly. And then the last part of it is the low miscommunication. And if miscommunication happens, obviously errors can take place. It has to be done. You have to be more forgiving about how it occurred. So this is the statement that made me really want to write this up. This is a beautiful thing, and I love it. I love it to all the death. First thing, so in the short term, the game defines the players. But in the long run, it's the players that define the game. So think about that. If you want a trustworthiness, if you want to build a business and you want it to be right, trust builds the game because the players dictate it.
I talk a lot about trust. Trust is so hard in this business. We talked about it earlier this week, Scott. And, you know, for myself, if you go on to my Twitter at EC Sports Invest, you'd see I've been on Twitter since 2011, I think it is. So it's like 11 years or something. I was watching gambling Twitter for a couple of years. Then I finally had seen and heard enough. And I talked to an investor in Delaware and I told him my dream, my vision. And he looked at me and he goes, "Are you tough skinned?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I am." He goes, "No, are you tough skinned?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, you can't get into these lanes unless you are tough skinned." So I left there learning something, obviously. And I knew that already in here. So we go January 1st, 2015, we go public. So we're 7 years in January, February, March, almost 7 years and 4 months into our journey. My name, my face, my Twitter handle, nothing's changed. Scotty, you're in the same lanes. You've been here for a long, long time. And when I talk about myself with almost over 35 years of experience, you have MLB experience. You have 30 plus years, 35 years of experience just between the two of us. So, what we're trying to build here is not just trust, because every time someone sends me an email and says, "Hey, I'm thinking about joining," what was your record last week? What's your record last month? And I tell them, I don't know. I don't know. And well, how about if I come on for a free week? You heard the word free. And we'll see how you do. And I'm like, no. Well, how about if you give me a free play? I say, no. It reminds me of Brutus. Give me a cheeseburger today and I'll pay you on Tuesday. And I say this every time, I'm going to say it again. If I had 10 cents for every freebie that I gave, that one that I was promised someone to sign up the next day and pay for our service, I would never leave the presidential suite at the Bellagio. Trust isn't free. It's earned, and it's a two-way street. Okay? So Scotty trusts me. I trust Scotty. We're partners here. We've worked together for a long, long time. What we're trying to build here also involves trust from the guys in the Discord channel, from the guys sending the emails, from the guys asking questions. Everyone's looking for a handout. Everyone's looking for a freebie. So everyone that jumps on the Discord channel up until Sunday is in there for free, or they're already a part of the VIP service. So the guy on Monday that jumps in, and let's just say for poops and giggles, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're on the wrong side of every blow up in baseball, free throws, and empty netters. And we start the week 0-5. What is he going to say? "Oh my God, you guys suck." Let me just tell everyone listening here. A service, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month doesn't make a service. 6 months is starting to make a service. Why don't you look into the mirror and have a service staring you in the eyes with 7.5 years of public service? Go over to Google, type in sports investors, see who's ranked number one in the whole wide world first page. It's right here. It's East Coast Sports Investors. So, Scotty, thank you. Spot on. Trust is a word that I don't want to say I have a hard time with. I just think there's a lot of people that don't have the same value or understanding of trust that I do, and a lot of people do.
Well, I think that it's a word that gets used a lot that has lackluster meaning anymore. The truth is, it's trust is about I trust you to do the right thing with my best interests, and you trust me to do the right thing with your best interests. And the people that we talk to, the people that our business is about, the people that listen to us, we are not steering you in the wrong way in any way, shape, or form by any stretch of purpose. Do we say things that don't come true? Sure. We don't predict the future like Nostradamus, I'm not the Karnak guy that's on Johnny Carson that's got the answers already taped to my damn head. I'm not that guy. So you got to do a lot of work. So can you be wrong? Sure. Can you be wrong for quite a little while? Sure. That happens. These lanes are filled with those stories and those things. We're here. We haven't gone away because repetition of communication and building the trust in how we do things is why we're still here. Because people believe in you and they believe in me, they believe in what we're working towards, and they want to be a part of it. Look, I'm telling you, it's just a matter of real close. I know I've said it a couple of times. People, you got to realize this show is getting ready to go big time, real fast. And if you want to be a part, start now, because there's going to be a time when, you see how busy Sharepan is. We're going to be busier. And we're going to be on bigger networks. We're going to be doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So just have fun while you can with us, because it's going to be a ball.
All righty, peoples. Thank you for watching and listening. And all day, I've already done about 3 hours here of content live. If you're not subscribing to our Twitch or YouTube channel, please jump over there to East Coast Sports Investors. Subscribe, it's free. Smash the like button, tell a friend. Any comments, questions, concerns, you can send an email to eastcoastsportsinvestors@gmail.com. Anyone listening that wants to get involved in the ECSI VIP experience, if you go to our website at www.eastcoastsportsinvestors.com, click up top the plans and pricing page. You can scroll right down, and it's called the $59.99 email special. You click that, you sign up. I will get a ding. I will ask you for your name, your cell phone number, and email address. I will hand that to the accounting department, the delivery service, and the rest is history. Tomorrow, I will be traveling. Scotty will be around locally. I will be back in the afternoon. Scotty will be, I'll check in and out of the Discord channel, obviously. Scotty will be around as well. We will have the closing bell at 4:30. I'm not sure if we'll have anything else prior to that. So, if you are wagering and investing tonight, please do it responsibly. If you have a problem, please pick up the phone. Ask for help. Why? Myself and Scotty care. We would like to see you here today, tomorrow, next week, next month, through 2022 and beyond. From myself, Jeff Dawson at EC Sports Invest, from Scotty Webb at Webby20 MLB, we wish everyone a blessed evening. Have some fun, cash some tickets, and we'll catch you tomorrow on Good Friday.